My name is Omar Rabasad. It's January 31st, 2019 at 4:50 p.m. in Toronto. So I'm going to give you a sample of today's torture, basically, using radiation-based technology. What you're hearing is my detector going off pointed at the computer. And this is what's happening. This is the computer screen that's that's being pointed to, and there's the readings. Take it away. 0. So I'm going to point it to me. And my hand just set it off. Let's use the other one. And that's the computer. That's the computer. So I'm just going to point it at me. And it's 0. So I'm just going to turn this off and use the other one. And it's not going off. So, well, it did once. My hand is being tracked, and of course that's normal for me. The other hand, there is a reading, but it's not triggering the alarm. So. And that is my butt. You can't see it, but that's what it is. So I'm just going to use the other one here. And today the alarm is not being triggered as soon as I turn on my computer. So, no response, which is a good thing. So maybe I can concentrate on what I'm about to say. Other than the pulse of pain I just got on my butt, which triggered the alarm, as you heard. I'm not being targeted as I'm doing this video. So I posted a bunch of tweets today about being targeted and the ongoing nature of the targeting, and the developments on a daily basis of the targeting. So every day is a new thing, and that's the nature of the program. The program is designed to keep your attention away from what you're supposed to be doing. It's designed to take your energy away from living your life, pursuing your goals, going about your normal daily routine. It's supposed to take your energy away from that, take your attention away from that. So the person who signed me out, because I'm flagged, has a team of people who is collecting information about me by rotating the surveillance inside of my home and outside of my home. Anywhere I go, I'm being tracked to gather information, quote unquote, to bring back and to the table. And this team is going to sit around and talk about me and discuss the information that's been collected by all the people and all the public input and calls they're getting and so on. It's because they're putting the word out that I'm a target and I'm in this program and they're supposed to be doing this. That's the agreement. This is the tacit agreement that that is operated on by the people who are taking part in it. So then this information is collected, and the targets are discussed, and then a plan is laid out and followed. So in my case here, the way it's set up is I'm being flagged by the neighbors who are immediately around my unit, and calls are being made to the police, and they're discussing me with the police, and then this is what I'm suspecting is happening. This is the way it's done. I'm suspecting, and then they're flagging me based on the reports that they're submitting. And whether it's being verified or not, I'm not quite sure. If it is being verified, then maybe it's being verified by the police. Maybe it's being verified by the informant. I'm not sure. I think it's a little bit of both, because I heard that one of the informants in one of my past workplaces verified that I was a prostitute. So as she transferred me around to her clients to look at me and surveil me using remote technology. So she was pimping me, actually. So this is the reason why she, while I was working there, she flagged me as a real prostitute, which of course I wasn't, never has been. And any plans to train me as one is going to actually. It's not a good thing, but in targeting me this way, what is resulting in the process is I'm exposing how it's being done. So while it's not a good thing, it has good results in that I'm exposing the process that's being used to not only select and train, but how to sell, how I'm being sold in the workplaces. So that's a good thing. So the tweets that I'm tweeting is and that's this detector just going off, and it's pointed in the direction of the unit right next to me. Very interesting. Okay, so I'm not sure what set that off. Okay, so what I was saying was the tweets that I tweeted today and other days are taking the form of shooting down points that I'm being harassed with and blackmailed with. That's coming from these reports that, from what I understand, is being submitted to court to get a mental evaluation about me. The goal is to have me mentally committed. So this is an ongoing process, and it's not ever going to stop because I'm continuously being flagged. So and the reason for that is to have me mentally committed or charged. This is the end goal. This is the conspiracy that is being taken part in. This is the conspiracy. The conspiracy is lay a plan out to have me and other targets mentally committed or criminalized, artificially criminalized, framed, like I'm suspecting Rohini Besasa was framed, completely framed, and put away, disposed of. So the tweets that I'm tweeting are in response, quote unquote, because keep in mind these harassing comments are made indirectly around me. So this is how I'm updated about the plan, and the idea is to make me intimidated and fearful, and to react, and to bamboozle. This is another tactic being used. The tweets are in a way shooting down the points that are being submitted to court to have me mentally evaluated, mentally committed, or charged. My side of the story, because another tactic being used is voice suppression. It's all one way. And they let you know that this is a one-way program. You're the target, I'm the target, and other people are the targets who are flagged and put on the list. And as targets, you do not have a voice, and you will never get a voice. The perpetrators are not going to allow you to get your voice, which is why I'm doing this. I give my voice is being heard, obviously. Um, so this is another tactic being used. It's all one way. So my tweets is to I'm saying respond, but really it's not. Respond is probably not the best word to use. It is to get my voice in, to negate the lies that's being told, the points that's being submitted that may take my everyday life and twist things around and make me look like I'm doing things that are criminal, whatever way that makes me look mentally insane, deliberately. These are deliberate lies because the plan is to have me mentally committed. So people's goals, the perpetrator's goals, is to come around you, observe what you're doing, and deliberately twist it in such a way to make it look like something is wrong with the person, acting weird, buying something I'm not supposed to buy. If I bought oregano, she uses too much herbs. If I bought a bottle of wine, she's an alcoholic. When they pulse my stomach and my stomach is swollen, she's pregnant. So these are the things that have been some of the things that's being said, and how things are twisted around. Now, remote technologies are being used to make you look also that sick, can't take care of yourself. And I'll give you a really good example of how it works. I've demonstrated several times that my hands are tagged in different videos. Today it's not triggering the alarm because it's been turned off. There is a small reading, but it's not triggering the alarm. So when this camera is turned off, immediately it will trigger the alarm. So my hand burns, and if a certain spot is targeted continuously, then it burns the spot. And I'll give you a good example of how that looks. So if you take a look on my thumb there, you can see a dark area right there, right here. That's a spot that is tagged all the time. It burns, and it sets off the alarm, so I know it's tagged. So it burns, it literally burns the skin. And you get what you would think that it's a burn or a reaction to dishwashing liquid, but it's not, because it's at specific points on the fingers, I should say, because there's another one here. It looks like a little cut, but what happens is the spot is continuously hit, and the skin burns off. It peels off as the skin burns. It peels off, and then eventually you get a splitting of the skin. That looks like like a cut, but it's really not a cut. It's actually when the skin splits as it gets thinner and thinner. So I know my hand is targeted, so I take precautions to not allow these burn marks to get infected and so on. I use medication on them so they don't get infected. So, as an example, if somebody were to look at your hand and saw these marks, And if there are a lot of them and you're not taking care of them and you're not aware of what's going on and how it's happening and you're not taking care of them, they would say, oh, she has some sort of a disease. This is how it's done. It's the same thing with your skin. The marks on my skin is actually a result of burns. And I've demonstrated on other videos the targeting of your face, of the face and the eyes. The marks is actually, this is not a sunburn, it's burns that that are made, that are caused by by electromagnetic radiation. It imitates a sunburn, but really it's not a sunburn. So people who have a lot of pimples could be targets as well, could be targeted, I should say, because lasers will cause a lot of pimples. It will cause inflammation. If you target a certain spot on somebody's face, they will get pimples, really bad pimples too, and they will never go away because if you turn up the power on a laser and you pulsed skin, the burn goes deep into the skin, and the spot erupts continuously for weeks sometimes. It's a radiation burn. It's not a pimple, it's a radiation burn. So these are covert means that are used as an example. These are examples of covert means that are used to make you look mentally ill, can't take care of yourself, unhealthy, dirty, and so on. So I'm going to put a series of videos together, and I'm going to make my case as the perpetrators are making their case to get me pulled in for mental evaluation. I'll be making my case to counter theirs. In other words, my side of the story, my voice will be heard. My voice will not be suppressed. My voice will not be suppressed because I will be taking this to court. No, I will absolutely be taking this to court. Talk to you another time.